Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Pancha kalpataruvascha kripasindhavyevacha patitanam pavanibhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Data Purastadya, Madajahara, Shakra Pravidvan, Prati Tascha Tasraha, Tamevam Vidvan Amrita Ihabhavati, Nanya Ayanaya Vidyate, which means in ancient days, Prajapati Brahma praised him. Indra, who knows all the four quarters, also spoke about him. Anyone who knows him thus will become immortal even in this life. For attaining liberation, there is no other path than knowledge of this Purusha, the Supreme Lord. From the Sri Purusha Sukta, a benediction verse offered there. The secret to life is knowing Krishna. And the world is meant for coming to Krishna consciousness. And the main means is by receiving accurate knowledge. Anarthopasanam sakshad bhakti yoga madhoksajay lokasya ajanato vidvams chakre satvata samhita. The bewildered public remains bewildered until there's an intervention of knowledge, especially by Srila Vyasadeva, the literary incarnation of God. I feel so fortunate to be here today with all of you. Please feel free to put on your cameras. We have no objection if you're wearing pajamas or at the beach, wherever it may be. Every window that comes on, every image that we see adds more light to this assembly. Thank you for considering my request. And today we're celebrating our work together. It's not what we do, it's how we do, which is the most important. We always have numbers because Prabhupada said, always create a fresh challenge so that we can work towards it together. And it's in working towards it together that we please Krishna, because the numbers can climb unlimitedly, and they will, and they are. But it's the way that we work together. And just in hearing devotees present and talk about being happily engaged with the global team and working together with others around the world is the most satisfying to our hearts, because it's satisfying to Krishna's heart, just as he mentioned with the Prachetas. He was most pleased because they had worked together in their sacrifice. So it's heartfelt that we're here today together to see how we combinedly reached our goals. And as you'll see, not just reached, but smashed. Hare Krishna. So today we have several video presentations from various places around the world, which I'm going to get to forthwith because time is limited and the reports are numerous and lengthy. And we're going to start off this morning from the Madhya Purvadeshas, an offering read by Sri Ballabha Prabhu, the GBC emissary for Madhya Purvadeshas. And we want to thank Naikatma Prabhu, who's the global team leader there, who in a very enthusiastic, spiritually advanced enthusiasm, has been rallying the Madhva Purvadeshas for these campaigns. Thank you, Naikama Prabhu, and all the devotees there who are unusually organized. Go for it.
Hare Krishna. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept our most humble obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace. Team Madhya Purvadesh set a goal to distribute at least 57,000 Bhagavad Gitas for this campaign. In a letter to Rameshwara, 9th January 1973, Srila Prabhupada mentioned this point about why we should focus on Sankirtana movement. Hospitals, feeding poor, Red Cross, these are services to the bodies only, not to the man. Service to humanity means jnana. By giving people knowledge, jnana, that is the highest service to humanity. So we are performing the actual welfare work of society by informing everyone through our literature who is God, who they are, and what is their relationship. Madhya Purvadesh devotees congregation conduct a wide variety of preaching activities through uniform bhakti vrshas and pop-up temples and festivals in the rented halls. We utilize various programs like Damodar Ardi, Kirtan Mela, Bharotsav, and other outreach avenues targeted at a positive devotees to inspire them about book distribution.
Devotees tried their best to come up with different ideas to expand the book distribution. Bhakti Vriksha leaders inspire the devotees to call their friends, office colleagues, family members, to inspire them to gift Bhagavad Gita to their relatives in India. They contribute and books are dispatched from various temples in India to their respective addresses. During Kirtan Rasa in December 2024 in Damodar Desh, young children begged devotees and visitors to do Gita Dan for about 5,000 Gitas. Devotees put up an innovative display of Bhagavad Gita in over 50 languages, aptly titled World Gita Exhibition, which became a selfie point, gathering inquisitive visitors, and we inspired them to buy or gift a Gita or do Gita Dan. Books were brought into Damodar Desh, Balram Desh, Shama Desh, Avatari Desh carefully, and distribution of physical books were also done. This year, we had got full approval from the UAE Media Council to import and distribute Bhagavad Gita and Srila Prabhupada books. And in the Dubai Hindu Temple, we distributed about 500 Gitas. By your mercy, we have seen a very good response.
As we make this offering, we are pleased to report that all the goals have been successfully surpassed our goals 57,000. Madhya Purvadesh total score is 67,425 Gitas. This is 118% of the original goal set. Their name, December 24th, marathon score as of 25 January 25. Avatari Desh 12,400, Avatari Desh 2 9,800, Kanhaiya Desh 11,800, Balram Desh 3,000, Damodar Desh 16,000, Gauranga Desh 17,000, Krishna Kada Desh 4,000, Madhura Desh 4,500, Sanatana Dham 2,700, Shyama Desh 1,500. Leaders and Sankirtan leaders have supported various book distribution programs of various ISKCON temples with the collected Gita Dan funds.
We have distributed Gitas in tribal care projects in East India, Maharashtra, village distribution in Padayatra, school children program in Andhra Pradesh villages, child distribution in Sikkim, school, college and village preaching in various parts of India, notably Trivandrum and Nagarkovil, who have very organized distribution services. Also, we supported Gita distribution in Pakistan, Bangladesh and Nepal, and special distribution in West Africa and Bali. We pray at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to empower us in our work together as one global team to spread the Sankirtana movement all over the world. Your servants,
Bahiruba Narasimha Das
and Sri Vallabha Das, on behalf of all the leaders of Madhya Purvadeshas.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the Madhva Purvadeshas who are setting such a stellar example by working together and bringing together multiple communities with very clear goals and sharing best practices. Well done. Fantastic. Now we're moving over to one of the stalwart leaders of the Sankirtan movement in Tirumala, Devidasi, who is helping to organize and broadcast all the scores and help develop the campaigns in Africa, where there's great leadership under Govardhan Prabhu, the GBC there, who's 100% pro book distribution, having been made a devotee by one of Prabhupada's books. So now we invite Tirumala Devidasi.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept our most humble obeisances at the dust of your most merciful lotus feet again and again. All glories to your divine grace. On behalf of the African Yatra, we would like to humbly offer you the results of our 2024 Love to Give campaign. The campaign ran from the 18th of September 2024 until the 7th of January 2025. On a morning walk in Mayapur in 1976, you said, "Our only business is to spread Bhagavad Gita as it is, door to door, town to town, city to city." We have understood, Srila Prabhupada, from your teachings that book distribution is of paramount importance. In line with this, the African Sankirtan team initially set a target to distribute 10,501 Bhagavad Gitas. We are happy to offer you the results of this year's campaign. The African Sankirtan team has far surpassed the goal by distributing a total of 17,167 Bhagavad Gitas. Dear Srila Prabhupada, we humbly offer you these results and pray for the mercy and blessings of Guru and Gauranga so that we may be instruments in your mission to spread Krishna consciousness all across the world. We therefore pray that our capacity to distribute Krishna conscious literature may increase. Hare Krishna, your servants, the African Sankirtan team.
Congratulations, Team Africa. Nicely done, Tirumala Devidasi. And now we're going to swing over to London and the UK.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to you and all glories to the Sankirtan movement that you've expanded all around the world. We'd like to today make our offering for the results for the Live to Give campaign for ISKCON London, which ran from October to January. The motto for this campaign was at least one Bhagavad Gita. A lot of devotees, each one doing a little bit. Our goal was to distribute 20,000 Bhagavad Gitas, and we also had a goal to take 508 devotees out to try and distribute Bhagavad Gita. Many highlights in our campaign. We had a lot of fun. In the Prabhupada Winter Marathon, we had a big event, World Enlightenment Day, and we distributed 1,000 Bhagavad Gitas just in one day. That's hand-to-hand distribution on the streets of London. So there was a big achievement, and it was very much fun. We also had fun decorating the temple room with flying Gitas all over the temple. And as we make this offering, we're pleased to announce that we actually surpassed and smashed our goal, which was 20,000 Gitas, and we actually distributed a total of 24,225 Bhagavad Gitas, and we had more than 500 devotees going out to distribute. So it was a great success for us, all thanks to your mercy, Prabhupada, and the mercy of your disciples. And we had many different groups going out to distribute. We had the East London Bhakti Vrisha group, which actually contributed 11,000 Bhagavad Gitas to the total. And then, of course, we had the Brahmacharis, the Brahmacharinis. We had our incredible mother Sharada, who still distribute books at 70 plus, still distribute books every day. And then we had the guest greeting team in the temple, and also the Govinda's restaurant distributed many Bhagavad Gita. So we like to thank all the devotees who participated, who made it possible. And we pray at the lotus feet of Shri Shri Radhanandanishvara and Shri Gauranitai that they can help us, empower us to cooperate and to continue to expand this Sankirtan movement, because this is actually the best way we can live our lives, is to invest all our energies, all our skills, all our resources to spread the glories of the Lord and to engage everyone in the Sankirtan movement. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki jai. Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you very much, Bhakti Mateo, Bhakti Anj from London. That was a fantastic offering. And congratulations for smashing your goals. We have one more from the UK. Here's from Team UK.
Okay, so on behalf of ISKCON UK, this year for our Live to Give campaign, we've done a total of 40,226 Bhagavad Gitas. So we're all looking forward to increasing for 2025, and we'd like to all together raise up a prayer of Maha Mantra all together. Let's do it nice and loud so the whole global team can hear. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Live to Give ki jai. Thank you very much, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Congratulations, Team UK, Team London, Bhaktivedanta Manor, and everyone all over the UK. It was an outstanding year for the United Kingdom team. And special thanks to Divyanand Prabhu and Trey Das Prabhu, who are helping to oversee the greater European and UK yatras in their book distribution. And now I have great fortune of coming to Europe, where we have the venerable Vaishnav, who was there at the very beginning of the book distribution revolution that Prabhupada started, none other than His Grace Trey Das Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I offer my humble obeisances to all the wonderful devotees engaged in this Live to Give campaign, which is so inspiring. All over the world, to devotees all over the world, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This year's Live to Give campaign here in Europe went very nicely, and especially inspiring was the French Yatra, which is under the inspiring guidance of His Holiness Janananda Maharaj. They doubled the next country with over 10,400 Bhagavad Gitas distributed during the Live to Give campaign, and we offer our humble obeisances to Janananda Maharaj and all the devotees in France for this amazing score offering to Srila Prabhupada. And it was followed by the Italian Yatra with a little over 5,000 Bhagavad Gitas. I'm sure we can do much better. And we are now inspired and pushed by a competition with the French Yatra, which is an age-old transcendental rivalry. And the most amazing, I think, is the third in Europe, distributing over 3,300, almost 3,350 Bhagavad Gitas, which is a very unusual situation. The Ukraine Yatra, in the middle of a full-out war, which none of us can even imagine practically. they were able to distribute so many Bhagavad Gitas. That's I think that's the most inspiring news of all. And then immediately after that, we have another big surprise, the Spanish Yatra. Spanish Yatra is also coming up more and more and more, distributing over 2,700 Bhagavad Gitas for the Live to Give campaign, followed by Hungary. Hungary actually almost won the marathon here in Europe, the Prabhupada Marathon, because they distributed a large number of Srimad Bhagavatam sets, but they also distributed the Live to Give campaign over 1,600 Bhagavad Gitas. The Czech Republic also did many, but they sent their scores in directly, which I didn't get, but I'm sure they're also a very inspired, enthusiastic yatra, and I'm sure they were, if not more, close to Hungarian yatra. And another big surprise, distributing over 1,460 Bhagavad Gitas. Another yatra that in the past was a very big yatra under the guidance of Rohini Sutta, Navina Nira, and all the famous names, Harinamananda. And they distributed 1,467 Bhagavad Gitas, which was very inspiring, under the leadership of Bhakti Labhya Prabhu, who's now the Sankirtan minister there. And then the other much smaller countries, Slovenia, Croatia, doing over 1,300, Slovenia 1,000, and the Benelux, another 1,160. So all in all, I think many countries gave a very inspiring and enlivening example by their endeavor to distribute Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita in great numbers, and we'll try to do much, much better next year. Hare Krishna.
Congratulations, Team Europe. Thank you very much for a very straightforward and enlivening presentation, Trey Prabhu, who I see is out on traveling Sankirtan right now in his van. And now we're swinging over to Russia with a world favorite, Ambarishi Swami.
Dear Shishi Gaura-Nitai, Srila Prabhupada, we came together to celebrate the results of Live to Give campaign 2024 for Russian Yatra. This year we participated in this great effort for 2 months. 20 temples has reported the results of Live to Give campaign, and our goal was 4,000 Gitas. But this year we superseded this goal and we achieved 4,500 Bhagavad Gitas has been distributed. The highlights of this campaign was that devotees were going out on the streets distributing books. Other devotees, they were distributing after the classes. Some devotees were going shop to shop and offering Gitas. And also one team was working with online shop. We have a big online shop in Russia, Wild Berries, and devotees have distributed around 1,000 Gitas in this online shop. Also, we have built a website especially meant for this campaign. So next year, we hope to increase much more distribution of the Bhagavad Gitas. Dear Shishi Gaura-Nitai, Srila Prabhupada, please accept these results and bless all the devotees of Russia to continue this effort for your satisfaction. Hare Krishna.
Congratulations to Team Russia. And we see a common theme of those who are succeeding, multiple streams, meaning varieties of ways. It is said oftentimes that a wealthy person has at least 7 streams of income. So those yatras that succeed in book distribution and exceed their goals tend to have a variety of approaches and various methods in which to engage the congregation. And this is something to work for. Thank you very much, Your Holiness, Ambarishi Swami. And now we're going down to warmer climes at Latin America, and we have the inimitable Nrsimha Kripa Prabhu presenting on their behalf.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my most humble obeisances. My name is Nrsimha Kripa Das from Latin American BBD. Well, I would like, first of all, express our gratitude to Vaisheshika Prabhu, because he's always like enthusing all devotees with new and fresh goals and challenges. So this is helping us very much to have an horizon, a new place where we can walk, and some scores that are measurable to try to beat, and that's very helpful. I also would like to express our gratitude to ISKCON Silicon Valley devotees that are very sharing and helping so much with this loving attitude to share their help with devotees in Latin America. So in that way we can empower our campaigns here as Marathon, for example, in which we also try to give many books and try to help devotees with needs to giving these donations from Silicon Valley. So well, here we worked a lot in Marathon all around Latin America, Mexico, Chile, Colombia, Argentina, Brazil is also waking up again, and well, thank you. We are trying to empower our own congregation to help them in be enthusiastic too with book distributions. Thank you so much for everything. Hare Krishna.
I'd like to note that Latin America was up by 100% in 2024. That whole continent, when we trace it back historically, we see that it's a glorious continent. It's had amazing leadership, and they're rising. They're on the rise. That continent can really do something huge. Thank you very much, Nrsimha Kripa Prabhu and all the devotees there, for your 100% increase over 2023. And now we're going to swing over to the USA, and we have a presentation from a devotee who is like salt. Without her, the preparations are bland. She never announces herself. She stays in the background, but she's the hardest working devotee in ISKCON as far as I'm concerned. Let's hear a video spoken by Nandini Kishori Devidasi about the United States and how they did this here last year.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my most humble obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace. We have gathered here together to offer Team USA's result for Live to Give campaign 2024, which started on Bhadra Purnima and concluded on 7th of January 2025. Dear Srila Prabhupada, you mentioned to Rupa Nuga Prabhu on 11th January 1976, all the leaders should tax their brains for increasing the sales of our books. I have already said that if we simply rely on book distribution, all our needs will be met. Under Vaisheshika Prabhu's guidance, who perfectly embodies this principle, with the goal set of 195,000 Gitas to distribute, we marched ahead. Many communities, such as Utah, Las Vegas, and Richmond temples, tripled their book distribution, whereas Miami, Philadelphia, Berkeley doubled their book distribution. Special mention goes to Team ISV for smashing their goal of 78,000 Bhagavad Gitas by distributing 83,309 Gitas via diverse venues such as festivals, traveling Sankirtan parties, language-focused book distribution parties, Motel Gita, corporate Sankirtan, etc. Team Los Angeles distributed 44,208 Bhagavad Gitas. Team Baltimore distributed 17,880 Bhagavad Gitas. Team Krishna Life Atlanta distributed 10,000 plus Bhagavad Gitas. Team ISV remitted $1,134,000 to BBT, setting a new world record, followed by LA team led by Swavas Prabhu, which remitted $522,000. Hari Bol. It was magical to witness Team US's cooperation and enthusiasm. New Sankirtan leaders from Bhakti Center, Richmond, St. Louis, Utah, etc. joined our family business and vigorously and enthusiastically learned best distribution practices and amazing teamwork. Dear Srila Prabhupada, your beloved disciples still continue to distribute books non-stop with ever-increasing enthusiasm. Brigapati Prabhu, Nidra Prabhu, Mitrasena Prabhu, Ragatmika, Adhikata, Divyanga Prabhus. List goes on and on and on. It's as if nectar drops from Kumbh Mela have fell on them. Actually, real nectar, Srila Prabhupada, is your Vani. And they go on. Kids Sankirtan continues to shine across the USA from Alachua to ISV. This year, for the first time, Youth for Book Distribution launched a campaign, Start With One, to encourage youth across North America to participate in book distribution. Special highlight this year includes Braille Bhagavad Gita, which came in and quickly went out of stock, followed by Arabic and Farsi books. Team ISV distributed 500 plus Gitas in Arabic and Farsi languages and 10,000 plus small books. And recipients included all Middle Eastern nations, in addition to Afghanistan, Algeria, Pakistan, Yemen, Syria, etc. Dear Srila Prabhupada, as we make this offering, we are pleased to announce that Team USA has met, surpassed, and smashed all their goals by distributing 221,657 Gitas, surpassing last year's total of 195,000 Gitas. We thank all devotees from 52 plus communities who participated in this marathon, making it a grand success. We are grateful to all leaders who encouraged their community members. Our sincere gratitude to Swavas Prabhu, Dwarkarani Mataji, Jagdishananda Prabhu, and everyone else at BBT for facilitating book distribution. Our sincerest gratitude to your beloved Vaisheshika Maharaj for his guiding vision. We pray at yours and Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet. May every book distributor feel cared for and empowered by you. May we always work together in a spirit of selfless service and cooperation. May the Lord give us intelligence to incrementally increase our capacity to distribute Bhagavad Gitas all over the world in ever increasing numbers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nandini Kishori, Devidasi, for your thorough report, and also congratulations to Team USA for working together enthusiastically. Special notice that there are more centers getting involved, and this is one of the ways to increase capacity. Each one doing whatever they can and working together towards the goals brings a sense of unity, and it also invokes the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara. Thank you very much, Nandini Kishori and everyone involved. And now we move to a little further north in North America to His Grace Anutama Prabhu, who oversees the book distribution in Canada and the provinces.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, on behalf of devotees across Canada, I would like to offer you our 2024 book distribution report. All glories to your divine grace, and we have received such wonderful mercy by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and yourself this year because of a record-breaking year for the Live to Give campaign, the Bhadra campaign, and also BBT remittances in recent history. We had communities that faced challenges over the years, and this year they were able to break through. And we had our very own Sharanagati community that went through forest fires. But despite that, and despite all odds, they were able to distribute lots of books. Each one doing a little bit is our motto. We had a record 28 centers participate in the Live to Give campaign, which was up 3 from last year, adding Hamilton, Ontario, and also Grand Prairie, Alberta, which is our northernmost center in Canada, and thus making it northernmost in all of North America. We saw boxes and boxes of books being shipped out by the Toronto Sankirtan team for the Shastradhan project, as well as them setting up Diwali Mela book tables, as well as knocking on doors for people who are not expecting to see us, engaging them in Krishna's service by sharing Krishna's wisdom and them contributing towards it. On the West Coast, we saw presentations on the Shastradhan project where books were going out to retirement homes, healthcare facilities, and also going to new places such as Vancouver Island. In Alberta, we saw books go out to prisons, including in Indian languages for the very first time in North America in Hindi and Punjabi. We saw youth enthusiastically participate in book distribution, and that was inspiring for everyone to see. Overall, we had enthusiasm all across the country. We were very inspired by what was happening around the world by the BBT team, and we just plowed forward. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami, who joined ISKCON in Canada, who had many disciples and followers, who dedicated their book distribution efforts towards him. Thus, as an offering to him as well, we were able to surpass all records despite all conditions, and our score was 26,398 Bhagavad Gitas, a record up 14% from last year. We also did a recent history BBT record at $245,000 US, up 14% as well. And then we also did a Bhadra record with 100% increase of 1,116, which surpassed our goal that we had for actually 2026. So overall, we were able to smash all records and go beyond. Dear Srila Prabhupada, we hope to engage more and more in your service as we expand to every town and village. Hare Krishna.
Anutama Prabhu. Smashed all records, SAR. It's an SAR for Canada under the able guidance of Anutama Prabhu and the great leadership there in Canada. Just hair-raising to hear all this. It's fantastic, and congratulations from the core of our hearts. Thank you for being one of the great lights in the Global Sankirtan team. Fantastic. Now we're coming over to the great continent of Bharat, where the devotees in unprecedented ways are working together and doing the lion's share of the global distribution of Bhagavad Gitas and other books.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept our most humble obeisances at the dust of your lotus feet for the transcendental pleasure of yours. On behalf of ISKCON India, we are very, very happy to announce a historic score of 9,112,981 book points, Srila Prabhupada. So this includes a total of Mahabig books, 4,042,276. I repeat, Srila Prabhupada, 4,042,276 Mahabig books. And big books, 116,060. Medium books, 200,846. And a small book numbered 1,148,519. Your Lilamrita, Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita is 944 sets. BTG 710,996. and 1 year BTC subscription in English 1,104. Non-English subscriptions of BTG is 3,394. Srila Prabhupada, so total sum count of the books is 6,057,851. Last year, Srila Prabhupada, last year's score was 3,400,000. 34,75,412. That means little over 3.4 million, the score of Mahabig books. So this year's distribution, Srila Prabhupada, is more than 500,000. We have exceeded last year's distribution in numbers by 500,000. So, Srila Prabhupada, you spoke of that during wartime the bombs are raining, on the enemies. Now, this Bhagavad Gita on the forces of Kali, on Kali Yuga, the enemy, this year in India, Srila Prabhupada, thousands of your soldiers were dropping bombs. And in military jargon, it's called carpet bombing happened. So this is Srila Prabhupada, a historic occasion, probably in ISKCON and probably in the history of human race, that in a month, so many Mahabig books could be distributed. So Srila Prabhupada, what can we ask from you? Krishna, Tomara Sakati Ache, you are all capable. Kindly empower us so we can increase the distribution of your transcendental books more and more. That's all we are praying at the dust of your lotus feet, Srila Prabhupada. The world needs you. The world needs your guidance, kindness, your mercy, Srila Prabhupada. Living entities are suffering. So kindly have mercy on us. Have mercy on all living beings and empower your humble, sincere soldiers, thousands of them in India and across the world, to distribute, to expand the transcendental nectar of Sankirtana, the book distribution. Srila Prabhupada, kindly bless us. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Congratulations to Team Bharat on the Indian continent. The devotees, it was palpable how they came together in cooperation. Such a huge population and various parts of the country. They conceived 4 different regions, and all of them work together in harmony to come to this glorious offering that they're giving to Srila Prabhupada today. Thank you to Sahadev Prabhu, who is our spokesperson today, the ICC, who is helping to organize the book distribution all over India, and to all the leadership and those who participated in smashing the goal and doing an unprecedented number of Bhagavad Gitas. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for your offerings. We have a few points through a slide deck in a moment, but before we do, I want to mention some of the support team. There's Ranchor Das, who's in data analysis. He also has started an initiative called Youth for Book Distribution and several other initiatives as well. We have Siddharth, who's in design and video editing, specifically for this event, painstakingly edited all of the video offerings. We have Sham Karuna, who's updating maps, and he works on distributebooks.com. Tirumala Devidasi, design and video editing and social media and management. We have Atmadarshini, who's invaluable service in data analysis. We have Sham Bhakti Devidasi, training and development. She's making training courses for devotees all over the world. She's a liaison for the global team leaders. Thank you to Anukul Seva for broadcast management and overall creative direction. We couldn't do any of this without him and his brother Jishnu. We have Nikunja Vasani, who's running the podcasts that is ongoing. We have Akshara Nitai, who's in software development. He skipped through college really fast. I'm one of those brainy kids, and is already engaged in service for the BBT marketing team around the world behind the scenes. We have Vaishnavi Priya Devi, who works on design and youth for book distribution. We have Mayank, who's tirelessly works for marketing, upcoming, especially now for the Goswami books, which are going to be coming out soon. The Danakela Kaumudi, we have the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, we have Jaiva Dharma and Savat coming from the BBT, and he'll be helping to lead that marketing. We have Ekachakra Pran, Prabhu, we have Bhakta Shrikar, and we have Mani Manjari and Anupam. Those are 3 distinct musical teams who have been producing these world-class music videos. And one of these years, we're going to have a Grammy presentation as well for this. In fact, maybe even this year in Mayapur, we'll give out some Grammys. Thank you all to all the support team, and for anyone I forgot, there are numerous other people, but we'll have to work ourselves on compiling the list and make it complete. So now I would like to especially thank Shama Mohini, who is leading behind the scenes the MCI effort, Marketing, Communications, and Innovations. She's available 24 hours a day, and it is her tenacity, her determination, her steadiness that allows all of us to keep putting ideas. She helps to manage them. She helps to put on the meetings, the hardest thing of all, scheduling, getting everything on track. Shamahini, we can't thank you enough. Devotees around the world have come to know your name. They never see you, but you're like the thread, and then the pearls are there. So thank you very much for all that you do. Hare Krishna. Well, it's really hard glorifying because you don't ever want to stop, and you always feel like you didn't do enough. But birds fly in the sky as high as they're able. Now, I'd like to show you a few points of interest. Let's look at it graphically, where we've been, what we achieved this year, and where we're going. So this was the Live to Give campaign. And I'd like to remind everyone that this year's theme was Make Earth Smart Again. And it's based on the fact Prabhupada said the Bhagavad Gita is the Vedic intelligence. Vedic intelligence. Imagine that. We have it in our very hands and we can give it out to other people. I think you'd all agree the world needs a little bit more intelligence. Yeah, I know. I feel it too. Okay, let's go on. This is our campaign and is our campaign. By 2026, our goal is to hit our goal by 2026 is to hit 5 million Gitas. We're well in our way there. We have one more little step to jump up. This year, 2025, get as close as we can, or maybe we'll even hit it this year. But 5 million, make a tattoo. You can put it anywhere you like, on your forehead, on your arm. Make it temporary though, please. 5 million Gitas. Om Tat Sat. Let's take a look at the maps. Always good to look from a high up perspective and see. Here was a pledge from Oceania for 30,000 and they did 35,000. Let's have a look at Europe that pledged 55,000 and they did 78,000. Look into those little cities countries down there and see every one of them organized an effort. It doesn't happen by chance. Somebody's got to say, let's do this and write the number on the board. And then there has to be mobilization. Go ahead. Far East, fantastic. They had a pledge of 4,500. They did 116,000. I'd say they smashed by a little, wouldn't you? We're looking for a lot more points of light there in Far East. So if anybody wants to go there and start a center or a portfolio, keep going. Africa, what a great year. They pledged 10,000, they did 17,000. South America on the rise, 100% increase. They pledged 4,000, they did 10,000. And then we heard it live. Brazil is awakening. That's big news. Go Brazil. United States did 221,657 Bhagavad Gitas and lots of participation. And boy, do they need it. They meaning the people of the United States. Let's give them the mercy. Here's Canada, ever steady and always increasing. Canada under great leadership distributed 26,398, as you just heard. This was a great increase over last year. Go India, 4,042,000 Bhagavad Gitas distributed in the 4 regions of India. That's a lot of Bhagavad Gitas. Take a minute to congratulate yourselves, to all your colleagues, and we did it together. Take a deep breath and remember that. Go ahead, give us the drum roll. $4,541,341 Bhagavad Gitas all over the world, done as a team effort, solely to please His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Thank you very much, everyone, for your tireless efforts. Hare Krishna. There's a look from the demigods' point of view. This is how they're looking down. The demigods can see that number, by the way. They look down and they see, oh, you've distributed 4,541,341 Bhagavad Gitas. And as it says in the Nectar of Devotion, Prabhupada quotes from Shastra, that anyone who respects and keeps in his or her home the Vaishnav Shastra is worshipped, their home is worshipped by the demigods. Okay, India had an 18% increase this year. They went from 3.3 to 4 million Bhagavad Gitas. The rest of the world, we call Purvadesh. We had a 6% increase from 459 to 500K. Here's what it looks like for what we call Purvadesh, or the rest of the world. You can see the divisions there from North America, Europe, South America, Africa, Far East, Oceania. And as a one world team, we have an 18% increase overall. Congratulations, One World team members. And now, if we consider the population of Sydney at 4.3 million, population of Chennai, 4.3 million, population of Durban at 4 million, and we consider that we distributed 4.5 million, if we had concentrated all of those books on any one of those cities, we would have distributed enough Gitas to give every resident of each of those cities one Bhagavad Gita as it is. Haribol. Tesla, they were down by 1.1% in sales. iPhone, 2.8 up. Instagram downloads up by 6.3%, whereas the global team was up by 18%. We beat them all. Haribo. Prabhupada saw this sign. It's Sherwin-Williams Paint. That's what SWP stands for. He saw this logo on a sign. He said, that should be our motto also. Cover the earth. So what's the surface area of the earth? 510 million square kilometers. And here, the area covered by the pages of the Bhagavad Gita that we distributed in 2024 comes out to 129 square miles. If you want to know how we got those calculations, you talk to Ranchor, because these are his brainchild. So we're not quite there yet. We have a few more miles over. But if you consider San Francisco is 121 square kilometers, and we distributed enough Bhagavad Gitas, the pages of which would cover 129 square kilometers, we saturated at least one city on the earth. And if we can cover one city, we can cover another. And if we can cover another, we can go on and cover the whole earth, as Prabhupada wished, with Bhagavad Gitas. Lest anyone was feeling melancholy, that what am I going to do now? Am I going to go to my room, retire, and lament that I have no service? We have this very gentle transition for those who are feeling withdrawal symptoms from their involvement in the Live to Give campaign. It's gentle, it's full of light. It's something that you can bathe in. Special Mercy, the Be a Gardener campaign. It's already underway, but it's a quiet campaign. We talk it up based on the following. We have a tiny little goal worldwide to distribute 7,000 Chaitanya Charitamrita sets. And remember, all it takes is making them visible, reading them. And one of our goals this year is read Adi Leela chapter 9. Try to read it out loud with your family, with your community, with your team. Just hear chapter 9. Make it one of your goals between now and Gaur Purnima. Also, we'd like if everyone could share a favorite excerpt from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. we'll send out a link so that you can send in your favorite excerpt and we'll compile them all. Right, Shamahini?
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhupada understood, because he listened carefully, what his spiritual master's desire was. He really listened carefully. He asked his Guru Maharaj what he wanted him to do. And at Radhakund, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave him very clear directives. He said, if you ever get money, print books. And Prabhupada said later, I took it from his lotus mouth that he was very fond of books. And recently, when we were in Calcutta on our yatra, we visited the museum at Bagh Bazar, the temple that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta had founded. And in the museum, on the top floor, one of the original printing presses that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta had procured. And interestingly enough, it was from Cleveland, Ohio. He had it shipped over with other printing presses. They were state of the art, and he kept them churning 24 hours a day. He also kept them near the altar because he said they were also deities and were worshipable as the Brihat Madanga. And he also equated the Brihat Madanga, the showing of mercy to all souls, Jive Doi Krishna Nam Sarvadharmasar, with the Rag Marg, spontaneous devotional service. He confirmed it when one of the Sankirtan leaders in the early 70s was preaching that going out for book distribution was equivalent with the mood of Lord Chaitanya, who emulated the mood of the gopis, as he's the combination of Krishna and the topmost of all gopis, Srimati Radharani. A devotee had questioned his mode of preaching by writing to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada wrote back, said, no, this is actually a correct understanding. So it's not some sales organization. We're engaged in high sadhana, taking the verses and the teachings of the Gita and Srila Prabhupada's purports into our hearts, and actually following what Krishna says by being kind friend to all living beings, being tolerant, being merciful, humble. Amaritvam adambitvam ahimsa shantirarjavam. This is a very high sadhana. What to speak of giving others an opportunity to take to Krishna consciousness by distributing transcendental literature. So Prabhupada said, I follow my Guru Maharaj. And we just read in the story of Sudama, where Krishna says, the highest method of worshiping me is to find out what your guru wants in the Guru Parampara and then faithfully follow it. He said, that's the best way to worship me. So make no mistake. This is not some material calculation and these points we're adding up in the competitions. These are there for inspiring our service, and they give us some sense of how we're doing. But overall, this is an offering of love to our founder Acharya and to the Guru Parampara and to Krishna by going out into the cold or into the hot, into the unknown, and taking the trouble to give this divine knowledge to others. And there's no question about it. Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam are the pinnacle of knowledge. You can compare it to any book in the library or any bookstore, and you'll see nothing compares. Shamahini, any last points you'd like to make or stress?
No problem. We're just grateful for all the devotees for their cooperation and working together through last year. And we're looking forward to the 2026 milestone of 5 million Gitas together.
And just a plug for our Bhadra campaign. We're stair-stepping our way to 100,000 sets of Bhagavatams by 2026. That's a big year. 5 million Gitas, and 100,000 Bhagavatams. So mark it. Anything's possible. Assume it can be done. Pray to Lord Chaitanya. And let's do that right now. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, dear Shri Gaurnitai, Shri Panchatattva, Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Radha Govinda, Shri Radha Gopinath, 18 Thakur Gauriyaki, Karyachana Atmasat, 18 Nera Charan Vandantine Moranat. If you so desire, please instill in us compassion for all souls, a willingness to work cooperatively to please your lordships in the global team. And please, let us be spiritually ambitious, as Srila Prabhupada was. Please give us that enthusiasm that he had to try to save the world. And please also inspire us to keep the transcendental vibration going by reading Srila Prabhupada's books again and again, because they're as deep as the ocean and we'll never come to the end of them. Thank you for considering our request, and please assist us in smashing our goals for your pleasure. Om Tat Sat. Everyone who agrees with this prayer, in whole or in part, please unmute and say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Bhavadigo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Ananta Gauri Vaishnava. Jai. Nande Haribo.
Thank you,
It started with a dream to save the West, a life of preparation for a transcendental quest. Through an old typewriter, the flame began to rise, a light to lift the weary hearts and open darkened eyes. Live to give, let the Gita soar, a ray of hope from door to door. For every soul that longs to live, we live to give, we live to give. We live to give, we live to give. In every town and village, wherever souls reside, distributing the nectar, Nityananda as our guide. Each book a ticking time bomb, exploding full of grace. A flash of perfect wisdom, a glimpse of Krishna's face. Live to give, let the Gita soar, a ray of hope from door to door. For every soul that longs to live, we live to give, we live to give, we live to give, we live to give. Make every step a dance and every word a song, a world alive with happiness where everyone can belong. We're smashing goals together in the dust of lotus feet, revealing confidential secrets to the people on the street. Live to give, let the Gita soar, a ray of hope from door to door. For every soul that longs to live, we live to give, we live to give, we live to give, we live to give. We hold a boundless blessing, a light to guide the way, a gift to stir the spirit and lead the heart to pray. Live to give, hear Chaitanya roar, Haribol from shore to shore. For every soul that longs to live, we live to give, we live to give, we live to give, we live to give. Sarvadharman parityaja, mamekam sharanam raja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo, mokshayishyami ma shucha. Sarvadharman parityaja, mamekam sharanam raja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo, Savidyo Mokshayishyami Mashucha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. So carry the torch and smile ear to ear till Krishna's love fills every heart, His mercy ever near.
Gaur Premanande Hari Haribo.